You ever have those days where it's just like sometimes you just want to quit because it's just like one thing after another, after another, after another? It's just been one of those days, man, where sometimes you love trucking and sometimes you hate it. But most of the time it's more towards the center. Nah, who we kidding? It's more like hate. Stay tuned. Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video here at Truckin' Life. I know that was kind of a little bit of a weird intro, but that's pretty much the way I feel right now, man. It's just been like one of those days, man, where it's just like, you know, from shitty rates and just everybody's struggling out here, you know what I mean? And it's like when you start having issues or whatever, it just adds up and adds up. So for those of you who haven't watched the video on my windshield, go watch that so I don't have to explain all that shit all over again or whatever. And if you want, come back and watch this video because this is an update video on our windshield. Did it get fixed? Well, I'll let you be the judge of it. Check this out. So, let me turn the light on here. As you guys can see right here, I got towels all along right there. And it's also leaking right there. Let me get some light in here for you guys. See if I can show you guys. I kind of cleaned it as best as I could. Let's see, I'm trying to do this thing with one hand. So, as you guys can see right here, all along right here, it's leaking. I know it's really hard to tell, but it's wet. So I had to put this towel here because my SAM cab is under here. And this is the exact reason on why I was so anal about changing it in the first place, because the last time I had the other one, I already kind of had it dialed in, you know, like sealed up good to where all I had to do was just replace the windshields, you know, but these guys convinced me, oh, it's not right, you know, like we'll get it good. Here in this center portion where I have a towel right there, it's not leaking horribly right there, but it is leaking. And this is the reason why I was really hesitant to change it. Let's see if you guys can see right there. Let's see if I can zoom this thing in. Right here. You guys can see the water. See how my finger's wet? Now it's not leaking horrible, but I mean, it's still leaking. Underneath here is my CPC, and those are kind of important. So yeah, guys, I'm not even mad. It's more of like just frustration or whatever. You know, I explained to the guys that put the windshield in here where it would commonly leak at and what I had to do to rectify the situation to be able to get it to stop leaking. I mean, that's like with rain, guys, that it's not like, you know, it's just normal rain. It wasn't like crazy rain. So I know that if I get crazy rain, those towels literally get soaked. And it's just like, what do you do? I mean, yeah, they gave me warranty. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about the company. You know what I mean? Because I haven't given them the opportunity to rectify the situation. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're going to redo it again or investigate it further. You know, like they did say that it does have warranty, and that if they had to do it all over again, that they would or whatever. You know, the problem is, like, that's all fine and dandy, right? You know, things happen. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's perfect. Everybody can make mistakes or whatever the case may be, right? You know, and if they make it right, that's cool, right? But the fact of the matter is that when it's raining cats and dogs outside, which it was earlier in a little portion, you know, luckily it hasn't been throughout the whole day, I can't do shit about it. All I could do is put towels and be stopping every 30 minutes to wring them out. And that's a problem, because that wastes my time. it puts my equipment to a point where it can get damaged. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was really, really hesitant to change that gasket. And like I said, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look at that video, and I explain everything there um, about what's going on or whatever. And you guys can comment down below if you deal with that on your Cascadia. I know it's a very common problem with Cascadias. Um, I've had this problem since I got the truck, and I'm just extremely frustrated right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, because on top of that, you know, I also found my APU rear main seal gave out. So now I'm gonna have to be without my APU until I get home. And I'm the type of guy that doesn't like to idle my truck. You know what I mean? Like, I will under extreme cases, like if it's super hot. Thankfully, right now it's not super hot right now. But I mean, uh, what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought here. Um, Let me see. Oh, the rear main seal. Um, like, I mean, it didn't gush the oil out, but I can see where it's dripping. And the fact of the matter is that my APU is kind of a pain in the ass to access. I got to remove a lot of shit just to be able to check the oil and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to run the chance that if the oil did get low and then, you know, cause engine damage or whatever. You know what I mean? I have those seals on order. Hopefully they get in when I get home, you know. But now with this windshield stuff, it's like they're gonna need the truck there, and I also need to have my truck as well so that I can fix that APU seal. You know what I mean? So it's like it's always something in trucking, man. You know, like, I know it's part of the game. You know, I've been doing it for a long time or whatever, but that doesn't necessarily make it any less stressful or frustrating at times. You know what I mean? This is more like a rant video and an update video. But yeah, that sure as hell did not seal up the seal. Like, I don't know if maybe like when they put it on, because when they put it on, they'll, like, you know, fix it up in there or whatever, and then that's it. They leave it alone. You know, like, I think what it needs, you know, again, I'm not a professional windshield guy, but I think it needs like certain pressure. You know, like they claim that the glue dries like in 30 minutes or whatever it sets. I think it needs to have like pressure on there for like those 30 minutes so that that gasket like really bonds to the you know, to the edge of the window weld. You know what I mean? Because I always have this issue now. This is only the second time I replaced that gasket. I don't know if it's maybe because they're using an aftermarket gasket, because I sure as hell tell you right now that more than likely is an aftermarket gasket. I'm pretty sure that's not an OEM gasket. You know, so that's one of the things that I'm going to tell them, if that makes a difference. You know, because it is a big difference in price. Their gasket thing or whatever, I think it's like $200 or whatever, and I know at the dealer it's like $400 or $500. Now I don't know if that's just price markup or if it's a different quality and material that actually seals it up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. I mean, I'm gonna call him tomorrow and kind of see what's going on with that. But yeah, man, that's been my day to day. You know, it's just like it's one thing after another. Thankfully, you know, the truck is running good. You know, it's nothing major. It is leaking inside, you know, but thankfully it's not leaking a crap load of water like it was on the first time. Like the first time they replaced it, it was leaking a lot, like literally drizzling inside the truck. It was literally like if you're pouring a water bottle. This one's just kind of like seeping in. So I'm thankful for that. But either way, like, I want to get it fixed to where it doesn't that happen. You know what I mean? But this is the type of stuff that you guys are going to have to deal with if you're looking into being an owner operator. You know what I mean? With the market right now and everything, I mean, to be quite frankly honest with you, I mean, every situation is very different, right? You know, like if you got a healthy bank account and you really want to do it, then go for it. But I would honestly wait, because the market is horrible right now with rates, and to keep up with the equipment, it's hard. You know what I mean? I mean, luckily that repair, the insurance covered it, you know, but still, like, you know, I want to get it done correctly. And it's just frustrating when you put so much time and effort into something, and, you know, it just messes up. You know, like that APU seal, I changed it 7 months ago. I also made a video about it if you guys want to check it out or whatever. I did find a little bit of information, but I'll do that I'll say that on a later date, on a different video or whatever. But yeah, guys, that's the update on the windshield. it didn't work. So this will be part 2. I'll probably do part 3 to see whatever they find for a solution. But it was more of like a little rant video, guys. It's been a long day. I drove, what was it, 650 miles or something a day. You know, picked up my load and all that stuff. So it's just been one of those days, man, where it's just like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. You know what I mean? Comment down below, guys, if you guys like these type of videos or whatever. Help a guy out. Help me get monetized. I'm very, very close to making that happen. With your help, you know, we can make that happen with hitting the subscribe button and bell notifications whenever I put a video. And that's pretty much what I got for you guys today. So you all stay safe out there, drivers who are driving on the road. Anybody of you watching at the house, you guys have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to go ahead and get my ass in that bed, and I am going to pass out and just forget about this till tomorrow. Peace out.
Like, share, and subscribe.